Shanti, and a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express, and my name is Balisa Tembe. Now, today being a Tuesday, we are cooking along with you side by side from the top of the show to the tail. So if you want to get all of the details and all of the recipes, please do just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. But I cannot be cooking alone. No. I had to call some helpy hands in the kitchen. We already have our resident chef, Udomi. How doing, girl?
How to do, Pali? How are you?
I'm fantastic. I am hungry, girl. I came ready. And I see that you decided to call some big guns, huh?
Yeah, we're not playing now. It's 2021. Big guns all the way.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the privilege of introducing our guest chef today.
Well, Balisa, the hospitality industry has taken quite a knock in the last couple of months, but some chefs just seem to be excelling even in the face of uncertainty. One such chef is Chef Linda Mnigati, who has actually been nominated as GQ's 2021 Chefs to Watch.
Wow.
And so today we have the privilege of cooking along with him. So hello, Chef. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much. First of all, congratulations.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
So, yeah. As you've been nominated, Chef, what do you have in store for us today?
Okay, I would like to greet all the viewers. Thank you for this opportunity. Today we have focaccia, Italian flatbread, and then we have king clip that is going to be served with capers and citrus jus, and then we have Ozoo Salad that we're going to be serving it with our king clip, and then we're going to be closing our dishes with a fabulous, authentic Italian dessert which is called Panna Cotta.
Oh, wow, South Africa. It seems as if we're going on a trip to Italy, and trust me, my passport has been stamped and I've got my seatbelt on. Take us on the journey. So to make this beautiful focaccia that you've got here for us, where do we start? What ingredients do we need?
Okay, to start with our focaccia, we have bacon, we have our dough, and then we have our flour to dust, we have olive oil to drizzle our focaccia, we have sugar, we have pinch of black pepper, and then these are all the ingredients. So can you please start by chopping olives for me? Just nice thin slices. And then when you're done with that, you're going to crumble my feta. Do me, can you please slice two onions for me? Just thin, nice slices while you're cutting my olives and crumbling my feta. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sauteing my bacon. Going to put the stove on. Okay.
Chef, while you're busy with that, I mean, why have you chosen these dishes specifically?
I love Italian food. I've grew up working at the Italian restaurants, so they inspired me so much. So that's where I got all the inspiration. That's why I've chosen focaccia. You can serve focaccia as a starter. You can serve focaccia as a side dish. As I've said, it's a flat Italian bread, oven baked. So it's versatile, it's nice. It's similar to pizza in texture and style.
Oh, okay, quite beautiful. And I love the flavors that you've got going on in the kitchen today.
Yes.
From, you said, your early ages, your early stages of cooking, it's always just been Italian food.
Yes.
But what other cuisines do you like, and what have you graduated so much so that you got a nomination from GQ?
I love Moroccan food, and let me not leave out our South African food. I love bani chow. Like currently I've been selling bani chows at home in Newcastle, just to have that income, you know. It's been hectic for everyone.
Yeah.
So they've been going like crazy because our South African cuisine is the thing. South Africa has beautiful flavors and the tourists, they love it. Our mukhodu in Pretoria, it's awesome. I just love it. So my bacon here needs to be crispy. You don't want to have bacon that is not crispy on your focaccia. Focaccia is the authentic Italian starter, so you need to have a crispy bacon.
So it seems like that's just something that the Italians love to do, adding bacon, adding these feta flavors into their food.
Yes, it is. But now with the focaccia, you must be very considerate with the ingredients you are adding. Like for instance, we have bacon. Bacon is salty. We have feta. Feta is salty. So you don't have to add salt in your focaccia because there is salt in the dough. While you are making your dough, you put salt. So you don't want to have too much salt.
It could be very overpowering.
Yes, to be very overpowering. Okay, now my pan is hot here, so I'm going to start sauteing my onions. I'm starting my caramelized onion. Okay. So I'm adding my onion here, and then followed by adding my balsamic vinegar. Okay, fantastic. And then I'm adding my olive oil, not too much because we need to leave some to drizzle on our focaccia.
Okay.
These are beautiful flavors. And then I'm adding, switching off my bacon. Now it's ready. This side. Oh, fantastic. Okay, and then I'm adding my brown sugar. Why brown sugar? Because brown sugar gives it that dark color. You don't want to have caramelized onion, but it's white in color. You need that dark brown color. So that's why we're using red onion, we're using dark balsamic vinegar, we're using brown sugar. These dark ingredients, they give you that dark, glossy, and flavorful taste. And then while my bacon is sauteing and then my caramelized onion is there, gonna dust my working station. I'm rolling out my pizza dough. To me, can you pass the pizza dough for me? Thank you so much. Then I'm gonna take just a little bit, not too much, to roll it out.
And chef, you know, I want to touch on something here. We're going very chefy here. We're cooking up these amazing dishes and so forth. Here's the rest of your onion.
Thank you.
But I think we also want to know, I mean, besides the chefy part and everything, who is Linda? Who's Linda Mnegati?
Oh my God, okay, fantastic. Chef Linda is from Newcastle in Magadeni, Section 5, KZN obviously. So that's where I'm coming from. I was born there, I grew up there. Okay, my cooking station needs more flour.
Okay.
I grew up there. I went to a school called Ntobego. That's where I started my primary schooling, and then I went to higher primary in Tobani, and then my high school was Sabela. And then I started going to FET College. That's where I did my hospitality management national certificate. And then after that, I went to Capsicum Culinary Studio. That's where I obtained my diploma in food preparation and cooking.
Now, Chef, another question that I'm sure so many South Africans are just wanting to find out from you.
Yes.
Where did your love for cooking start? Was it with ugogo no mama ekhaya, or have you just always loved food and had that curiosity as to how can I put something together myself?
My passion for cooking, actually my dad is my inspiration.
I love that.
I grew up watching my dad cooking there and there, and I started buying food to make zines. When I grew up, when I was at school, I wanted to be a chartered accountant, but after matric, I was like, no, this is not me. I want to be a chef. I started watching cooking programs. I started buying food to make zines just to have those recipes. I was always cooking at home for Christmas. You know, every neighbor will come. They know this delicious cuisine that Chef Linda cooked.
Yeah.
So that's where it all started. And then I went to FET College to do my studies, and then the Capsicum Culinary Studio.
Now, Chef, when it comes to putting that dough together quite nicely, how far are we? I see you just
We are
keep
almost done.
repeating flour dough, so that it doesn't stick.
Yes. Okay, here I made like 2 doughs. You can actually have one full dough, or you can actually have like small portions. Everyone can have like their small little focaccia. My onion is caramelizing nicely. So this takes like 10 to 15 minutes. But we are almost there.
Stunning.
Yes.
The
So in
flavors.
in essence, you're saying you could do that ahead of time, start with the caramelized onions,
you can
and then
do
do
it
the
ahead
rest of the
time.
elements.
Okay, how far with my bacon, chef?
Yeah, you see why he's a
How far
geeky
with
chef.
my
He's on some...
olives?
Olives are
Thank you.
done.
And my
Your feta
feta
is good to
is
go.
Good, fantastic.
Perfect.
Okay, now while he's chopping my bacon, I'll start sprinkling my olives on top here.
Love that.
So that's what you're saying, that you could do, this recipe is so versatile that you could do individual
Yes.
ones, you could do big ones for people. And have you always known that you wanted to be a chef? Like you said, you've cooked with your dad.
Yes.
Is it like when you started doing the chef stuff, did you start in a restaurant, or did you always do private gigs?
I started at the restaurant, and then I started considering being a private chef because the income was not enough. I'll not mention the restaurant, but I started working as a chef at the restaurant, and then I considered being a private chef. That's where I was getting my extra income. Okay, here now I have my olives. They're salty. I have my bacon, it's salty.
Yeah.
I have my feta is salty, so you don't need to add too much salt again. And then just a drizzle of olive oil.
What is the reason for adding the oil there, chef?
It's to keep the dough or the focaccia moist, and it adds flavor.
The individual servings of the focaccia, it gives you an opportunity to please every single guest guest you have at your dinner party, whether you've got a vegetarian guest, a vegan guest, or if you've got someone who's a meat eater like myself, you essentially here can cater for everyone. And I love the fact that Chef here made identical so that we can taste and, you know, find out how good that is. But I also love the opportunity to play and give variations.
Well,
Thank you
since
so
we're talking
much.
variation, I figured let's make some variation.
Yes, you cook it for like 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes until it's crispy and done.
You still have so many more recipes for us. So what else can we expect?
Okay, we are doing the king clip that is going to be served with a citrus and capers jus.
That sounds absolutely delicious, Mzansi. Again, head over to our website if you want to be cooking along to get all of these ingredients and recipes. Now on social media, we want to find out from you, what dish is your favorite dish? Is it starters, the main meal, or are you more of a sweet tooth person and desserts is more your treat? Just use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. But after the break, as Chef Linda has promised, we're going to find out how best to grill a king clip. Protect what matters to you with insurance from Standard Bank. SMS LIFE to 31492 for a quote that fits your needs.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to our Afternoon Express Cook Along.
We are still in the kitchen with Chef Linda Mnigati, and we kick things off with a very decadent and amazing olive, bacon, feta, and caramelized onion focaccia. Now, Chef, we are on part 2. What's next?
Okay, now we are doing my beautiful seafood dish. We are doing a king clip that is going to be served with citrus and capers jus. My friend, can you start zesting lime and zesting my orange, and then after that you bring the juice out of both. Okay. And then you, my friend, can start seasoning my fish. You can do like 2 or 3 fillets, salt and pepper. Okay. Then while they're both doing that, I'm gonna put my pan on. I love king clip. It's a salty fish, yet it's a fish that is full of flavor. So I'm gonna have my butter, just 2 knobs of butter, it's enough.
Not much.
Yes, not much. You can use a flat pan if you don't want to use the griddle or any cast iron pan. You don't want high heat here, but you need a hot pan.
So while you're waiting for us, Chef, I want to touch on something. You've been nominated as GQ's 2021 Chefs to Watch.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Oh my God, I feel amazing. I feel incredible. It came as a shock. I was here in Cape Town 2 weeks ago for a vacation, and then I went to my social media on Instagram and I saw this tag from GQ. I was like, oh my gosh, is this me, GQ? No, I'm dreaming, wake up. And I went to their page. It was me with some of the few talented chefs that we have in our country. I was so amazed. I'm really, really blessed. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. So I think and I believe this is coming from God.
Aww.
Okay, you guys, you can see my pan is hot now. Okay, just gonna put few fillets.
I love that. I love the fact that you've just always known what you wanted to be, and you went after your goals and your dreams regardless. That's very important.
Yes.
Okay, so I've already finished zesting this side, and the juice is coming along.
Fantastic.
Let me know if you need more.
No. That's enough. Okay, now while my fish is sauteing here, it's frying, I just need that nice golden brown color. You don't want to overcook your fish because fish cooks very quickly, so you don't want to have that dry fish. Your fish has to be juicy and you keep the flavors. So I'm gonna turn my fillets now. King clip is very fragile. You must even turn it with extra care.
Extra love.
Yes, because you don't want to break your king clip. You can even finish your king clip in the oven. And then also that gives the fish extra flavor. Okay, while my fish is cooking here, I'm gonna put my pan on here to make my jus. So to start with my jus, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, just 1 knob.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm gonna follow by adding my capers. Capers are very salty. I love capers. They bring that extra flavor. So flavor combination in this dish is amazing. Okay, and then I'm gonna add my lemon juice together with my lime here. Okay, nice. And then my zest. Okay. Thank you so much.
Now, Chef, this...
Lime. Okay, I'm sorry to put it in the word, Chef. And then zest and lime. Lemon zest and lime zest together. Those. Oh my goodness. The flavor combination is fantastic. It's out of this world. So now I'm adding my honey to give it that sweet taste, because now capers are a little bit tangy, and now the honey brings that sweet taste.
Balancing flavors always.
Balancing flavors. And then now I'm gonna add a little bit of ground pepper, and then I'm gonna add a little bit pinch of salt. Not too much, because now the capers are very salty.
Just for taste.
Yes, going to you, Chef. What you're saying to me?
Okay. No, Chef, I was actually going to touch on the fact that you're saying you're making a jus that's very citrus-based right now for fish. And you find that most times when people make fish dishes, it is a citrus, something citrus goes along with that. Is there a different type, perhaps, if someone says, look, I don't really like the tanginess or the acidity of lemons or citrus. Is there another type of sauce or dressing or something that could go with the king?
You can add like honey. You can add like the what's this? Sweet chili. You can add sweet chili. It's nice. Then you let that reduce together with maybe just 1 tablespoon of vinegar if you don't want, because fish needs that lemon, that citrus flavor. And what I love about citrus, it gives us vitamin C. Vitamin C boosts our immune system. You know, we're facing a pandemic, so we really need a strong immune system. So whenever this thing comes and tries to attack you, you are ready to kick it out.
I love that. I love that. It's always about, you know, not only the flavor in the kitchen and eating and just enjoying with family, but it's also all about what you put into your body, because it's as important, you know. What we put into our bodies feeds our energy, you know, our protein. We have to pay attention.
Yes, and now my fish is like getting closer to be ready. So to check if your fish is ready, you can actually touch it like this. If it's still soft, your fish is raw. If it's hard, your fish is ready. So now it's like medium to hard. Okay, also our sauce is coming nicely. It must have that thick, you can see it's coming along. It's actually from the honey, it's thickening because you don't want to have that runny sauce under your fish.
Okay.
And then we're gonna serve this amazing dish with our coming Ozoo Salad.
I'm looking forward to that, okay. But before we get into all of that, you know, at the top of the show, you did mention and shared with us, with our viewers, that you also decided to take your home training. You and your dad used to just bond in the kitchen over that. But then you backed it up with formal education, you know. You went to a hospitality school and you decided to get a certificate backing you. How important was that for you?
It's good to have a skill, chef. It's good to be talented, but at the same time, you must collaborate it with some education. So you are skilled, yes, but there are some things that you don't know. And I've always telling myself, and I've been reading from my chefs that have been there, my inspirations, that you don't reach a point where you say, I know everything. Every day it's a new day to start learning everything, something new from a different person, from a different chef. And I don't take any chef for granted, even on social media, because you can always learn something from someone. So it's always, I'm always out there looking and checking. So you collaborate your knowledge, your talent with wisdom and education. Those three ingredients, they give you success.
Oh, I love that. I'm all for that. I got goosebumps here. And it looks like our jus is good to go. You're taking it off the fire.
Yes.
Looks delicious.
It looks glossy.
thick.
It looks thick. It's amazing. It's ready for our king clip fillets.
I love that. So now, as you I want to see how you're going to plate this. I think plating is very important, especially when you put so much tender love and care within this dish. You want to make sure that it looks as good as you've made it.
The plating, we're going to do it when we're done with our Ozoo salad. We're going to do our Ozoo salad first, and then we're going to plate this with our Ozoo salad. So the Ozoo salad is going to actually be the bed for our fillet, and then we put our fillet on top of the Ozoo bed, and then drizzle it with our capers and citrus sauce.
Wow. Coming up, you have promised to put together a salad for us.
Yes, so we're going to have that salad after this whole vibe that is happening here.
Okay.
That is going to be our next dish.
Very, very delicious. Well, South Africa, stay tuned.
Looking for fantastic health and weight loss benefits without a lifestyle change or being on a diet? Well, Shapeline 50 Billion from Proven Probiotics is the first ever probiotic to offer scientifically proven weight loss, while at the same time boosting immune and digestive health. That's why we think Shapeline 50 Billion may well be the world's most effective probiotic. Available at Dis-Chem and Clicks.
Express yourself.
Welcome back, Bandase. You made it just in time for the third recipe, where we are cooking along with GQ's 2021 Chefs to Watch nominee, Chef Linda Mnigati. I can't stop saying that. I'm just so in love with it. Now, Chef, we are halfway through our cook along. What is next on our?
Okay, now, guys, we are making an Ozoo salad. This dish, oh, I've been looking towards this dish. You know, with Ozoo, I love Ozoo salad. It's like grains. It's a pasta type, and then it's shaped rice pasta, similar to quinoa, but the shapes is different. So it's the same family, couscous. So this Ozoo is a versatile dish. You can have it as a side dish, you can have it as a salad, you can have it as your starch. It's very versatile, and like when you need a starch, a carbohydrate in your dish, you can have this.
Now, Chef, for me, this is my very first time cooking with, and I can't wait to taste it and eat it. This kind and type of grain. What's the number one key thing and tip to remember when preparing it?
Okay, with Ozoo, you must have your boiling water. Okay, it's on here, the gas is on. The water, okay, I'll see by the bubbles coming in the steam. Okay, with Ozoo, the trick with the Ozoo, there's two ways of cooking Ozoo. It's either you are boiling it like for 15 minutes, or the water should be already boiling, and then you add it like normally with other pastas similar to them.
Okay.
And then you cook it until the water is completely evaporated and reduced. The water is like completely, it's not there. The other way is to saute, it's to add the butter on the pan with your Ozoo, and then you stir vigorously until all the Ozoo is coated in the butter. That also brings so much flavor. And then when it's ready, you let it cool for a little bit, and then you start adding other ingredients that you have. Okay, can you please just slice my tomato in between? You can like maybe do like 4 or 5 tomatoes, and a nice piece of cucumber. I don't know how big is it. Let's just this. So you're gonna make like small dices. So I'm just gonna demonstrate one quickly for you, and then you're gonna finish the rest. Okay, while my water is boiling here, I'm gonna add my Ozoo here, and then it's gonna cook for like 15 minutes until the water is completely gonna give it a little bit of shake. And then you, my friend, please just dice my red onion in small squares.
Okay, so finely chopped.
Finely chopped.
All right.
So there's beautiful color combinations. They are so exotic in this salad. There's red onion, there's like red purple, similar, and then there's red from the tomatoes, and then green from the cucumber. So you can actually see that these colors are so vibrant. They bring life to the salad. Going back to your statement on our first segment that you said people eat first with their eyes. So the first impression when you look at the dish, you must salivate.
I love that.
But I'm seeing a thread here, Chef, throughout all of your recipes, and that is freshness. I mean, it is that time of the year when we all are very, like, we don't want dishes that are too heavy. And this is what I'm liking about all your dishes throughout. From the focaccia to the Ozoo salad to the king clip, everything is just so fresh and light.
Yes, you know, these days people, you can only, when you see the stories on social media, people, they're all about gym. So they don't want heavy food. They don't want to be bloated. They don't want to be like, you wake up in the morning and then you feel tired already. It's, you are what you eat. You are what you eat, to cut a long story short. So now while my Ozoo is boiling here, I'm not going to wait for it. So I'm going to start assembling my vinaigrette. So for the vinaigrette ingredients, I have my red wine vinegar. I'm just going to pour it here in my jar, and then my olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and then I'm going to add a little bit of pinch of salt and pepper, not too much, because in this salad as well we have olives, we have feta, they are already salty, so you don't want to add those too much. And then I'm going to add my dried oregano. Oh, I love oregano. It's also authentic from Italy. Okay, actually, let me switch this off.
And as much as these are Italian flavors, I do see them mimicked quite a lot as well within Mediterranean cuisine. These flavors that you're speaking about, taking full advantage of their natural salt.
Yes. Okay, in my vinaigrette, I'm adding my lemon, just a squeeze of lemon. I don't want the pips inside. just to give it that tanginess. So now this is my Ozoo. It's cooked nicely. Then I'm gonna add it here in my bowl. Ooh, don't worry guys, my hands are sanitized. They are clean.
Yep, we always
We're
make sure
following
that
health protocols.
we have to be hygienic.
Yes, how far with my tomatoes and my cucumber?
We're pretty much done over
Ooh,
here.
this looks nice.
Colors
Cute.
galore.
Yes, and then so now my cucumber here and my cherry tomatoes, you can see the colors are so exotic. How far with the onion, chef?
Almost
So I'm
finished.
adding, that's actually enough, my chef. So you add this here nicely, and then you can add it here. Fantastic. And then now I'm adding my olives for flavor. So you can see that this dish is full of nutrients. It's healthy. If you need starch, it's even a manly food, because you know most of like boys, men, bafuna nje, funa isinkwa, ngifuna ipapa.
Ipapa, eh?
So the papa is here, the papa is also. So you toss it together like this, nicely.
It's definitely promised to be satisfying. That is one
Yes.
thing about the entire menu that you've prepared for us today, Chef Linda.
Yes.
Satisfying, hearty, but also fresh. So essentially, everyone in the family should be happy.
They can participate. So now I'm following by adding my herbs, just to give it that extra color and flavor.
Okay, perfect.
You can add
So,
any herbs here. You can add a fresh mint, you can add fresh coriander, you can add fresh dill. It's nice, but you can't add rosemary. Rosemary is for roasting. You can't add thyme. Thyme is for roasting and sauces. There's also a problem. Oh my gosh, people they're using herbs on wrong dishes. Like you find someone garnishing a curry with a mint. Oh my gosh, mint, it's for desserts. Come on, South Africa, these herbs, they are designed for certain dishes. You can't. Now I'm following by adding my vinaigrette. You remember in this vinaigrette, there was red wine, vinegar, there was olive oil, pinch of salt and pepper, and then oregano. So you drizzle this on top. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, the flavor combination is delicious.
Is the
So you
bomb.
mix this nicely. Remember I said I'm going to serve this with our king clip, ne? So just like this is the perfect time. I'm going to start dishing up this just to show our viewers how to assemble this dish. Okay, now you just put this in the center of the plate, not too much, just a little bit. Okay. It depends how hungry you are, but your plate should look like a 5-star dining, you know.
Fine dining, darling.
Fine dining. So you have that, and then you take your fish. You can actually have 2 fishes if you want to fillet.
Wow.
Put it on top, have it like this, and then you have your sauce here.
Oh, so that's that jus.
That citrus and caper sauce. So you drizzle it on top. You can see it's glossy. Oh my gosh, I'm salivating. Okay, after this, you can have your microgreens on top. Like this. It's so nice. And then you can have like your dill. Dill is for fish. Mint is for dessert. Coriander is for curries. Thyme is for roasting and sauces. Rosemary is for roasting. Singaboni uthathe rosemary uganisha ngayo dessert.
Cha, cha, cha.
Maye. Okay, you put this and then you take a lemon. Can you hold this for me, chef? I cut it nicely like this. Okay. And then you put it here. This is how you finish your dish. Wow.
Thank you so much. So, Chef, after the break, what are we making?
Okay, after the break, we are actually closing our cooking with the beautiful authentic Italian dessert, Panna Cotta.
Panna Cotta. I'm looking very much forward to that. We've got all of that and so much more from Chef Linda coming up.
Yes.
Express yourself.
one of you, Chef.
Oh, he's back.
Move way.
Clover Fresh Milk.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to our kitchen Mzansi with our guest chef, Chef Linda.
Palisa, we are still busy, but there's nothing like a decadent sweet treat to finish off an absolutely gorgeous meal. And what better dessert than a panna cotta to end it on a high? Chef Linda, take it away.
Panna cotta actually means thickened cream.
Okay.
It's like cream and milk that has been thickened with gelatin.
Okay.
Gelatin powder is being used in this dessert to thicken it.
Okay.
And then you let it in the fridge to set. So to begin with this beautiful and very tasty dessert, so I'm gonna put on my gas stove, not too high.
Okay.
So the secret with panna cotta, you don't want to boil the milk and the cream because it kills the gelatin power to thicken the dessert. So it must start simmering. So you don't need too much, like 250 mils is enough. Gonna pour.
And I see you've chosen to use our favorite, the Clover Fresh Milk.
Oh
that
my
stays
God,
fresh.
you never go wrong with this one. Amazing. Okay,
Stays fresh for up to
milk
18
is there,
days.
and then now I'm gonna add also my 250 mils of pouring cream.
Okay.
Down goes there, and then now we're gonna go with castor sugar. You put it there as well. You must try to be a bit faster because you don't want it to boil.
Okay.
You don't want to kill your gelatin powder. And then I'm gonna add my vanilla essence for flavor. Put it there. Right. Okay, you can zest the lemon for me, please.
I got you.
My chef, my sous chef.
I'm always here to
Gonna
help.
give it a stir.
Because we're basically serving this panna cotta that you're making here with the berry
strawberry coulis. Okay, while she's cutting the lemons there, can you please just one half,
Okay.
just go in between.
Okay.
Slice the strawberries for me so that we can make the strawberry coulis.
Okay.
I'm giving this a stir, and then when it starts, the small bubbles coming from the bottom, and then there's like steam evaporating going up, it's ready. Switch it off, take it out of the stove, because as I've said, you don't want it to boil. Boiling kills the gelatin power. And then now I'm adding my 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder. Some they use gelatin leaves, but with gelatin leaves you don't just pour it straight to the pot. You just have it like this little small container, cold water, and then you insert your gelatin leaves there. You rest it for like 3 minutes, and then you get rid of the water. And then you take the gelatin leaves, and then you pour it over your panna cotta. You can see it's nice and dark from the vanilla essence. It's actually nice and giving it a stir. With panna cotta, guys, you can actually add anything. You can actually do like a rooibos panna cotta, like the tea bags, with like a string. So you let the string lean on the outside of the pot, but make sure it doesn't catch the fire.
Yeah.
And then the flavors from the rooibos tea bag.
Let them seep into
yes,
the
yes.
milk.
And then like with my lemon juice there, how far, my sous chef?
We're almost there. Is
And
this
the
enough
zest,
to a
you can
little
have
bit
the
more?
zest inside there. It's
Inside,
fine,
all
yeah.
right.
So also the lemon, the citrus gives it that taste. You saw I added the vanilla extract. You can also add the cinnamon sticks. They are amazing. With this dessert, guys, it's amazing. Okay, while this is coming to what I want, I'm gonna put on the stove here to start my strawberry coulis. So with strawberry coulis means a sauce. It's just a sauce for a dessert.
Nice.
It's a fancy name for
it's a sauce for savory foods. So yeah.
The lingo. Just the lingo.
Yes, and then now while my pan is getting hot, I'm gonna take my nice family of berries here. We have strawberries. The color combination is amazing and fantastic. We have some strawberries, we have some gooseberries, and then we have some blueberries. So I'm gonna put this here to my pot. You can hear the sound.
Already, the
Hot.
stove was already hot,
Yes.
ready to take that.
And then also I'm using brown sugar. I love brown sugar. There's something about brown sugar. It gives that glossy brown dark color, especially even also when you are doing a creme brulee. Creme brulee also, it's an Italian authentic dessert.
But what I also love about panna cotta, chef, is that for people like me who don't really have a sweet tooth, it's just perfect. It's not too much, It's not too rich, but that creaminess still, you know, comes through.
Yes. I would say I am like a chef that has a sweet tooth. I've started baking cakes during the pandemic. So, and my cakes, oh my gosh, my people from Newcastle, they love it. They're texting me, they're like, please, can you open, because now everyone is making noise about my cake. And then people from Durban, from Lazi, where you coming from?
Yes, my hood.
Gauteng, they're like, can you please open bakery, a patisserie, so that we can buy your cakes? Guys, ngizoi Korea, yeah, you know what? Ngothumela my cake. So now here for my strawberry coulis, I've poured my strawberry family, strawberries, blueberries, gooseberries, and some strawberries here. And then I've added my brown sugar and like 100 mils of water. So you let it, you just want this to boil because you don't want to simmer it. You need it to boil quickly and then it caramelizes and then it gives you that glossy
thick texture.
And then it's perfect for a garnish and to drizzle over the panna cotta.
It's coming together quite well. I'm seeing the bubbling that you're talking about, that rapid melting of that sugar coming through to thicken it and to make it as delicious as we need it to be.
Yes, it's coming along like perfectly. Chef Tumi, also like with the panna cotta, it's all about the mouth feel. You know, that texture when it melts in your mouth, all the flavors, they come together, and you must make sure that you balance your flavors. Lemon, there mustn't be an ingredient that overpowers another. Like you can also do like a coffee panna cotta.
Wow.
Yes,
delicious.
Any coffee you can use to make a panna cotta. So with panna cotta, it's endless.
And the best part is we're using milk-based. It's a milk-based dessert. So in essence, you could make the clover-flavored panna cotta. And I like what you're mentioning about the fact that you could infuse it with any kind of flavor that you like. When you mentioned the rooibos, you basically took me home because I remember my grandmother loves tea. And so if she was still alive, there would probably be some way that I try and convince her that my becoming a chef was not a lie, you know, by making her a rooibos flavored, you know, panna cotta. Maybe then she might have, you know.
She'll be like, okay, I see what you did there, girl. More power to you.
Now you just go and pour your panna cotta into these molds.
Or maybe, Dumi, do you want to hold it for chef so that South Africa can see it going into the mold?
Yes. Okay, like we have different sizes of the mold. So if you want to have like a bigger panna cotta, you can have the bigger container. If you want to have a small panna cotta, Okay, and I see you've also not filled it up all the way up, just to make sure, obviously, that we're able to plop it out after it's set. This is perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
And you don't want that to be too thick, as in to become caramel.
No,
you just
I don't want
it
to be too thick. Okay, I'm switching this off now. Okay, and then you let it set in the fridge for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then it sets from the gelatin. And then now we can start with the plating process of this panna cotta. Now we need that boiling water. So to demold the panna cotta, you need the container of warm water. So you insert the container inside there for like 3 minutes. And then you take it out. Or you can just take the mold straight to your serving plate, upside down, and then you go like this. Okay, chef, can you pass the water for me there?
Sure, it's boiling water, so we make sure it's extremely hot.
And then, so now to demold the panna cotta, you just insert them in the water. If it's refusing to just, like if you put it like this, upside down, if it's refusing, then you put it like for like a few minutes, and then you can take the knife and then check if, perfect.
So this is essentially the hot water in collaboration with the coldness of the container. It ends up making the panna cotta separate from the surroundings and the walls, essentially, that's holding the mold together. And that's what's going to make it be able to plate perfectly, getting that shape perfect every time.
So now to demold it, the panna cotta here on the board, and then your serving plate on top of the panna cotta, and then you take it upside down like this, and then in the center, and then you take it out. Perfect.
That looks so good.
And then now you take your strawberry coulis. It's still hot, but it's fine. you can put it like on the side like this.
So the other trick, Palisa, while he's plating up there with the panna cotta, when you put it in the hot water, remember not to leave it in there, because remember this is still a dessert. So if you leave your panna cotta in the boiling water, it's basically going to result in a sauce again. So when
And
you try and plop it,
want.
yes,
Okay,
so you put it in, let it basically release from the container, take it out.
Yeah.
All about the timing. Keep your eye on that prize, because we don't want it to reverse and end up being that sauce again. We'll had it in the fridge or freezer.
Yeah.
It's stiffened up. But chef, the way that you've plated this is absolutely delicious. It looks gorgeous. Again, that same freshness that we've been keeping throughout the menu,
Yeah.
you've replicated that.
Yes, thank you. So now I've just finished rolled up my dish, my dessert with fresh strawberries, just to give it that color. You can have mint as a garnish as well, fresh mint, but because now we don't have that green from the strawberries.
Yeah.
Iniga.
Oh. I love that. Chef, this looks delicious. I'm very excited to tuck into all of that. Now, Mzansi, again, you know, Utumi's already hooked us up on the website, so you already know where to go to be cooking along with us. But after the break, we'll be sitting down with Chef Linda to get some more tips, tricks, and gems when it comes to cooking. And of course, put our taste to the test. See you after these.
Yeah.
I'll go. I want to chef.
Oh, he's back.
Move way.
Clover Fresh Milk.
Made with love by Clover.
Express yourself.
welcome back to our dining room table, Mzansi, and I hope that you've definitely also prepared a delicious meal with your family. So it's almost as if we're all eating together. Now we do have a guest of honor in the loft. It is Chef Linda. Chef Linda, you're exquisite. Everything that you do and everything that you've put together here in front of us looks gorgeous as well. But in case some of our viewers just tuned in, where have you been? Give us a recap and a quick highlight of what we've prepared today.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for this opportunity once again. Okay, here we have Ozoo Salad. It's all cucumber, cherry tomato, olives, and the vinaigrette with lemon, honey, and pinch of salt and pepper. Here we have our Greek king clip with capers and citrus jus, and it's served with our Ozoo Salad. You can see underneath. And then here we have our authentic Italian focaccia with caramelized onion, crispy bacon, fresh rocket on top, wild rocket, and then here we have our Panna Cotta, flavored with vanilla, served with strawberry coulis and some fresh strawberries.
This looks really, really good. Dumi, I can see already you are on the way. May you pass me over also a slice of focaccia. I'd love to try it.
Yes.
And then we're going to give our rating. We're going to let you know about those flavors we spoke about through the cooking process.
I couldn't wait, Palisa. While he was busy listing, I was like, I'm going to just dig in. And I have to say, the focaccia, the flavors of the caramelized onions, which has that sweet and tangy from the
caramelized
onion. Yes, the onion. And you put some...
there's some feta
balsamic
also.
vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar.
So that's sweet and tangy in there, then the salty of the olive, and then the feta, and then the smoky bacon.
That flavor combination is fantastic. And you won't be prosecuted by the Italians if they see how you've done this focaccia. It's perfect. It's like a proper, like I've said, you can serve focaccia as a starter, you can serve it as a sandwich as well.
Chef, can I ask you just to pass me some of that Ozoo salad? I've been eyeing it since
we are kicking in here. You can't wait anymore.
I love that. And please may you pass me some of that king clip. Now, in my family, fish is prepared quite well. My mom is the master fish eater. So I'm going to give you my little rating to see if this would be Nompumelelo approved. Let's see if this can get your stamp of approval. How's that salad, Dumi?
The freshness of the herbs with that bite of the Ozoo. Then the sweetness of the tomatoes, because it's, oh my gosh, and then the red onion.
Yes.
The saltiness of the Danish feta in there, Chef. Chef, I yes you.
Yeah, and the fact that the Ozoo is originally from Italy. The other term for Ozoo, they call it risoni. So don't be confused if you go to get a chance to go to Italy and they say risoni. You know risoni is other term for the Ozoo. I love Ozoo. It's a versatile. You can even add it to soups in winter.
The fish is prepared to perfection. It's not overcooked. It's not undercooked. It's not too chewy, but it just falls off.
And it's
brilliant.
not dry. Yes.
Now it seems like this out-of-the-box thinking that you have. It started in the household. I mean, already you've set us up quite well by saying Ubaba essentially was the one that you used to bond in the kitchen with. Now that essentially breaks quite a lot of traditional norms that we've experienced, especially within our African culture. Is that very important for you and your family, breaking those norms, breaking those traditions and thinking out of the box?
Yes. We've seen, like in most cases, it's women in the kitchen. We have our celebrity chefs. A lot of them are women. But it's corner natbu. And I love that. So as I said earlier, that I grew up watching my dad cooking. He is actually an inspiration behind my cooking. I grew up watching him. Actually, panta balufo, smoking, and actually chop that, and then I'll assemble every ingredient, and then I was like, wow, this is actually me. That's how I developed my passion. That's how I developed my career. And then I started to go to the culinary school. You know, as men now, there's some celebrity chefs as well that are males that are always appearing on TV, on magazines, and the other ones that we are nominated with on GQ, they're all males. And so now we are breaking the norm. As males, we are here.
And on that note, representation is key. Representation is very, very very important. For all the young boys and girls out there, you can do anything. You know, you don't have to put a label on who you are and what you want to become, just like Chef Linda here. Thank you so much, Chef Linda, for stopping by Afternoon Express, bringing us these Italian flavors and inspired menu to the loft. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to Dumi. It's always such a pleasure working with you, throwing down with you as sous chefs.
Thank you.
Cheers to
Chef, I just want to ask you, before we end all of this, if there's any advice you have for any upcoming male chefs who are getting into the industry, if there's something you want to say to them.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank the Newcastle people for supporting me. I really appreciate your support. I'm here because of you. And then on the being authentic, consistency and passion will take you to the next level.
And on that note, good night, stay safe, and happy eating, Mzansi. Goodbye. Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.